Here in Chiefs Kingdom, sometimes the most important lessons don't come in January wins or February parades. Sometimes they come in silence, in watching someone else walk the path you expected to be on. And that's exactly where the Kansas City Chiefs find themselves right now, forced to step back, forced to watch, forced to learn. From my perspective, this season wasn't just about missing the playoffs. It was about being reminded, brutally and honestly, of what actually wins in today's NFL. And as strange as it sounds, the team that delivered that reminder wasn't a dynasty chasing history. It was the New England Patriots, a franchise reinventing itself, punching a ticket to the Super Bowl in a way that should make every Chiefs fan sit up and pay attention. What Chiefs fans need to understand is this: the league didn't suddenly get easier. It got sharper, more tactical, less forgiving. And if you're not evolving, you're falling behind. I've said this before here on Kingdom Chiefs News, and I'll say it again louder now. The Kansas City Chiefs are not broken, but they're out of balance. When you look at how New England reached the Super Bowl, it wasn't flashy. It wasn't historic offense. It wasn't Drake May lighting up stat sheets the way Patrick Mahomes once did in his sleep. It was efficiency. It was timing. It was an offense that understood exactly what it needed to be. And no more than that, paired with a defense that played above its resume when it mattered most. They beat elite defenses not by overwhelming them, but by surviving them. They didn't chase perfection. They chased execution. And that's where the lesson lives for Kansas City. As someone who lives and breathes Chiefs football, I can tell you this without hesitation. An offense led by Patrick Mahomes should never be ordinary. It should never be reactive. It should never feel like it's trying not to lose instead of dictating terms. Yet too often this season, that's exactly what we watched. Yes, the defense struggled. There's no dodging that. Missed assignments, late rotations, pressure that didn't quite get home. Chris Jones still wrecked plays, still demanded double teams, still reminded everyone why he's one of the most disruptive interior linemen of his generation. But football is complementary. When the offense stalls, the defense bleeds. When the offense hesitates, the margin for error disappears. This is where context matters. The Chiefs didn't become a dynasty by accident. This franchise was built on offense. From Len Dawson carving up defenses in the AFL days, to the explosive Priest Holmes and Trent Green era, to Andy Reid arriving in Kansas City and redefining what modern offense could look like. Then Patrick Mahomes arrived, and everything accelerated. Super Bowls in 1969, 2020, 2023, and 2024 aren't just trophies. They're markers of identity. This is a franchise that wins by putting pressure on opponents, by forcing defenses to choose their poison, by making mistakes inevitable on the other sideline. This season, that pressure disappeared far too often. And that's why, in my view, the most important move the Chiefs made this offseason wasn't about defense. It was about reclaiming offensive control. Moving on from Matt Nagy and bringing back Eric Bieniemy isn't nostalgia. It's course correction. Bieniemy understands the DNA of this offense. He understands Patrick Mahomes not just as a talent, but as a decision maker. He understands how to weaponize Travis Kelce's football IQ, even as age becomes part of the conversation. He understands how to let Isaiah Pacheco set a physical tone without abandoning creativity. Most importantly, he understands when to be aggressive and when to be ruthless, because that's what's been missing. Ruthlessness. The Patriots didn't reach the Super Bowl because their offense was unstoppable. They reached it because their offense was timely. Because when elite defenses showed them a crack, they didn't hesitate. They attacked. That's the standard Kansas City has to reclaim. Think about red zone football for a moment. Inside the opponent's 20-yard line, space disappears. Windows shrink. This is where great offenses separate themselves. This season, too many Chiefs drives ended with field goals or frustration. In past years, those drives ended with celebrations, with Arrowhead shaking, with the Tomahawk Chop echoing into the night. Arrowhead Stadium isn't just loud. It's intimidating. It's a weapon. But it only becomes that when the offense gives fans something to explode over. And let's be honest with ourselves here in Chiefs Kingdom. A healthy Chiefs team with Mahomes, Kelce, Jones, and a rebalanced offense would not fear the current Patriots. Respect them, absolutely. Fear them? No chance. That's not arrogance. That's history talking. Patrick Mahomes' evolution matters here. Early in his career, he dazzled. No-look passes, off-platform miracles. Defenses were helpless. Now, defenses are smarter. They force patience. They dare you to take what's there. Mahomes has grown into that challenge. His leadership, his command, his willingness to win ugly when needed, that's elite quarterbacking. But elite quarterbacks still need systems that empower them. Travis Kelce remains one of the smartest football players of his generation. Even as the miles add up, his chemistry with Mahomes is unmatched. Chris Jones still collapses pockets in ways that don't always show up on stat sheets. Isaiah Pacheco brings an edge, a physical identity that this offense desperately needs. The pieces are still here. What changes everything is philosophy. If this postseason has shown the NFL anything, it's that offense still drives championships. Defense can elevate you. Defense can keep you alive. But offense is what closes the door. That's the lesson staring Kansas City in the face. From my perspective, this isn't a warning. It's an opportunity. The Chiefs are watching the Super Bowl not because their window closed, but because they need to recalibrate how they use it. Next season isn't about proving the dynasty isn't dead. That conversation is noise. Next season is about restoring the balance that made the Chiefs inevitable instead of vulnerable. And I'll leave Chiefs Kingdom with this. Great franchises don't collapse quietly. They listen, they adjust, they respond. And if history tells us anything, when Kansas City responds, it does so loudly. Arrowhead will roar again. The Red Sea will rise again. And when this offense finds its edge, the rest of the league will remember exactly who the standard has been all along. This is Chiefs football. This is Chiefs culture. This is Chiefs Kingdom. Stay locked in, stay loud, and stay right here with Kingdom Chiefs News.